with a quick word for John Hawkins, and now we're just about ready for action. Southern Conference officials on hand tonight. Crowd still filing in here at the Benjamin Johnson Arena. Ball in the air, opening tip controlled by Mercer, and here's their talented point guard, Reggie Elliott, into the forecourt. John Hawkins will meet him as Wofford will open in a man-to-man defensive set. Ball comes up top to Tony Etchison on the left wing now to LaDon Green, and he travels before putting the ball to possession in a scoreless game. John Hawkins switches hands with the dribble, breaks the timeline as he's watched by Elliott. Mercer playing a man-to-man set. Bailey on the right wing to Chadwick. Chadwick guarded out there by Farley, who has a 5-inch height advantage. Now Bailey at the top of the circle. Right side Chadwick, open off a pick. Three-pointer is good. That's exactly what he needs. Seth Chadwick buries a three. The Terriers have the lead early on. Now Elliott's going to penetrate into the lane. Hangs in the air. Dishes low for Green. Ball loose on the floor. A poor pass. And it will go out of bounds. Last touch by LaDon Green. Terriers will get it on yet another Mercer turnover. That was a case of Reggie Elliott committing himself too early as he drove into the lane and then really had nothing to do with the ball as he left his feet. Now John Hawkins almost has the ball picked from him in the backcourt by Elliott, but he recovers and breaks the timeline with a left-handed dribble. Left side high up to Gilliard, on the wing now to Jay Bailey to Chadwick. Thought about another three over Etchison. Instead goes right side to Hawkins, corner to Bailey, open for a 17-footer. He cans it. Jay Bailey shooting just 39% from the field, hits from 17 feet away on the baseline. That's his favorite shot. And the Terriers have a 5-0 lead. We're just over a minute into the game. Green with a backdoor looping feed for Ryan Robinson, and he is fouled by Chris Arp. Arp pushing him in the back as Ryan Robinson got behind him with a low post move to get free. Arp called for his first. That'll be the team's first. And it'll be inbounded over the end line by Etchison. Up top to Elliott. He'll start things over. High post to Robinson. Watched there by Arp. Left side now to Etchison. Etchison once to the floor with the right hand to Elliott. Thought about a three. Instead drives around Hawkins. Right side of the lane. Wild shot off the glass. Won't go. Chris Arp clears. And here comes Wofford leading 5-0. Hawkins left side now to Jay Bailey. And on the blocks to Gilliard. He's going to spin. Shot over Green is good. Nice touch for Terrence Gilliard as he arcs one over a player 4 inches taller. 7-0. The Terriers have the early lead. An unfamiliar position for Wofford early in the ballgame. Robinson high post. He'll square up and shoot a 17-footer. No good. Rebound taken down by Chadwick as he boxes out. Wofford with a 7-0 lead in the ball. We've played 2 minutes. Hawkins high post now to Gilliard. Watched by Green. Penetrates to the foul line. Kicks it left wing to Chadwick. Chadwick going to launch up a three-pointer. Got another. Seth Chadwick with a quick 6 points, and Wofford now has a 10-0 lead. Boy, does he need that. 4 for 13 his last 2 games from outside the arc. Now he's 2 for 2 and is shooting with confidence. Elliott looks to penetrate, pulls up off the dribble, misses a 17-footer. However, the rebound tipped out to Etchison. Mercer controls. Looping pass goes in from Green to the low post, and we're going to have a foul call as the pass went inside to Ryan Robinson. Chris Arp called for his second foul, and that is not what the Terriers need, and Arp's not pleased with the call. He's going to sit down and has a few words out of the side of his mouth for the official. Joey Malone will check in for Wofford, averaging 2 points a game. Feed goes into Elliott, misses the layup. However, Farley, the big guy, there for the putback, and Mercer has their first 2 points of the night. Farley with the offensive basket and the lay-in. 10-2, Wofford leading. Bailey up top to Malone, left side to Gilliard, puts it to the floor, in the corner to Hawkins. Three-pointer bounds out, no good. Elliott with the rebound, and he's on the run. Elliott forecourt, drives left side of the lane, shot over Chadwick, not even close. Boy, is he playing some undisciplined basketball. Bailey clears, and Wofford on the run now. Hawkins right corner, Chadwick. Another three-pointer. This one no good. Back iron. Rebound comes away to Farley. Farley quick outlet to Elliott, and he'll pull it out at the left wing as Chadwick does a nice job to get back on defense after missing the shot. Etchison goes on the left side now to Farley. Farley feeds it on the baseline to Elliott. He turns and misses from in close. Elliott is ice cold from the field. The other night when the Terriers saw Elliott, he scored 20 points. He was 8 of 18 from the field. Tonight, I believe he's missed his first 4 shots. Wofford with a 10-2 lead in the ball. Bailey's going to put up a 3. Line drive shot is short. Foul on the rebound. 3 on the Terriers as a team. 16:21 to play in the first half. Terriers with a 10-2 lead early on. Mercer will bring it up the floor. Terriers are going to switch to the matchup 1-3-1 zone. They go to the diamond. And we'll see how Elliott responds to this. Elliott goes high up on the right side to Etchison. High post to Farley. Pass in and out of his hands, but Elliott recovers it at the near side. Now he's going to launch up a three way off. Rebound weak side. Seth Chadwick, and the Terriers get it back. Mercer with one shot on their possessions, and that's it. If they miss, Wofford's getting the rebound. Now Elliott picks Hawkins' pocket at the midcourt stripe, drives all the way and lays it in. Reggie Elliott with a steal and a bucket. Mercer leads 10-4. Now Natter Miller in the forecourt. Going to launch up a three off the outlet pass, and he misses. Rebound comes down to Farley. Farley ahead to Robinson. Up top to Elliott on the left side, and the Bears will start over. Terriers doing a nice job getting back, forcing Mercer into that half-court offense. They don't like that. Here's Green pulling up off a dribble. He drains a 15-footer, and very quickly the Bears have put together a 6-0 run. Wofford's lead has been trimmed to 10-6. We have 15:20 to play in the first half. John Hawkins will bring it across the timeline, high up on the left side to Natter Miller. Natter gives it away to Gilliard. Mercer continues to play a man-to-man. Gilliard, watched out there by Green, goes in the left corner to Miller. Three-point circle to Hawkins, wants to feed inside for Gilliard. Pass picked off by Green. Elliott ahead of the field, tripped from over to Mercer. Elliott was not yet into his layup. We should have a media timeout with 14:58 to go in the half, as we're under the 15-minute mark underneath the Wofford basket. Terriers have Malone, Miller, Bailey, Chadwick, and now John Dillon out on the floor as John Hawkins takes a break. 2 fouls already on Wofford's Chris Arp. Mercer has yet to commit a foul, period. Ball will be inbounded over the end line by Tony Etchison. Gets it up top to Green. Green goes to Elliott. Left side on the high post to Ryan Robinson. He gives it away to Farley as Mercer works the weave up high. Now a feed in on the blocks to Elliott. Forces up a shot. It's an air ball. Rebound loose on the floor. Elliott gets it back. Feeds low to Robinson. Head fake, and he misses the layup. He had Chadwick off his feet, but he blew the baby shot. And the rebound comes away to Jay Bailey and the Terriers. Dillon goes high up on the left side to Natter Miller. Miller watched out there by Farley. Left side now to Jay Bailey. Bailey will work with the right hand towards the foul line. Triple team there. Shot is blocked. However, he gets it back. LaDon Green blocked the shot, but Bailey hangs on to it. 12 on the shot clock now. Dillon out front running the offense. 8 on the shot clock. Joey Malone at the foul line with 5. Joey puts it to the floor with 3. Pumps one up and misses the rim altogether. And the rebound comes away to Reggie Elliott. Quick outlet in the forecourt now to Etchison. Mercer down 4 with the ball. Here's LaDon Green. Three-pointer from dead ahead. No good. Rebound, a long one. Loose at midcourt. Taken down by Etchison to Elliott. Pops a 3, and he got it. Reggie Elliott now has 5 points. He continues to shoot even though he's been cold thus far. He's that kind of ball player. And the Terriers' lead has been trimmed to a single point at 10-9. Dillon high up on the left side now to Seth Chadwick. Chadwick returns to Dillon. Dillon left wing now to Natter Miller. Terrence Gilliard ready to check in for Wofford. Here's Chadwick on the right wing. Drives around Farley. Pulls up for the 8-footer and misses. Malone's put back won't go on the tip. Rebound Farley, and here come the Bears. Chance to claim their first lead of the night. Green gets it up top to Etchison. He'll run the offense. Backs away from Dillon out of the man-to-man. Left wing Robinson. Head fake. Tries to drive left around Malone, and Joey takes the charge. That's one of Joey Malone's best attributes as a basketball player. He is not afraid to plant his feet and let somebody run into him. Joey taking the charge. That call will go against Robinson, his first on the team. 13-12 to play first half. Terriers with the 10-9 lead. Terrence Gilliard checks in for the Terriers. John Dillon, after a couple of minutes at the point, will take a seat. And John Hawkins also back into the game for Wofford. He'll run the point. Elliott meets him at the midcourt circle. Elliott gave him fits the other night at Mercer. Hawkins angling right with his dribble. Being hounded by Elliott. Right wing now to Hawkins. Bailey gets it up to Gilliard, and on the blocks puts up a shot, and we've got a foul call or a 3-second violation. Terriers turn it over. That's a 3-second violation. Richard Johnson on John Hawkins as he comes down the floor. You can tell Elliott is messing with the concentration level of John Hawkins. 10-9 Wofford leading for the Bears. Here's Green. Up top now to Skirka, who has just checked in. Top of the circle, Etchison, who throws it away past LaDon Green into the seats at the far side. Ball out of bounds to Wofford. Green was cutting towards the basket. The ball was thrown behind him, and the Terriers get it back with a 1-point lead. Wofford has not scored in about 4 minutes. 12:33 to play in the first half. Malone high post, left side Hawkins. Entry pass on a bounce to Gilliard. Gets a man off his feet and fights it in. Powerful move inside on the block by Terrence Gilliard. He now has 4 points, and Wofford's lead is 12-9. Up top, Etchison, not much of a threat to shoot. Green now in on the low post to Elliott. Turns, shot over Miller, deflected. Nice defense by Natter, and Jay Bailey has the rebound. I'll tell you what, Reggie Elliott forcing things at both ends of the floor. Here's Natter Miller on the left side for Wofford. Up top to Jay Bailey. Hangs in the air. Misses a 15-footer. Rebound Elliott. And as usual, he wants to run it up the floor into the forecourt. Top of the circle. Left wing Etchison. Back to Green. Open for the three-pointer over Miller. He missed it. Rebound comes away to Jay Bailey. And Richard Johnson up off the bench. He wants the Terriers to slow it down and run their motion offense. Wofford with a 12-9 lead. 11:36 to play first half. Miller to Gilliard. Left wing now to Jay Bailey. Etchison out on him, out of the man-to-man. And on the blocks to Malone. He's double-teamed, and we'll have a foul call against Joey Malone. Joey took that pass, swung his elbows a bit. And apparently that is not a foul call against Joey. That is simply a traveling call against Malone. McCarthy Crenshaw checking in for Wofford. His first action of the night as Malone takes a seat. Chadwick, Hawkins, Bailey, Gilliard, and Crenshaw playing man-to-man defense. Elliott into the forecourt, angles right with his dribble, goes on the wing now to Green, runs baseline and jams. A spin move along the baseline for LaDon Green, and he finishes with an emphatic stuff. Wofford's lead is a single point, 12-11. Hawkins into the forecourt, high up on the right side to Chadwick. Chadwick, watched there by Etchison. Works around him with the right hand, but Etchison does a nice job to catch up to him. He's a good defensive player. Left corner, Hawkins loops it into Gilliard. Triple teams, and he still manages to put it in. Terrence Gilliard muscling the ball through a triple team, scores from in close. 14-11, Wofford up 3. Right side of the basket, ball comes away to Skirka. He'll spin and shoot over Crenshaw. No good off the glass. Rebound Farley. Ball knocked out of his hands by Hawkins, but out of bounds. Last touch by the Terriers and Terrence Gilliard. Good hustle by John Hawkins. Wofford leading Mercer 14-11. Ball will be inbounded by Etchison. Gets it in on the block to Skirka. Kicks it out to Farley. Farley will send it up high to Elliott, and he'll start things over. Terriers have gone to their matchup zone, or checked at a man-to-man. And they're switching all the time. Etchison high up on the left side to Farley. Up top to Green. Green wants to hit Farley cutting towards the basket. We'll have a foul call against Mercer. I think they're going to get Farley. Or trying to get position downstairs. No, they get Reggie Elliott for his first. That's the team's second. 10:15 to play first half. Wofford with the ball and a 3-point lead. Elliott trying to muscle his way inside, apparently pushed off. Here comes John Hawkins up the floor for the Terriers. Met at the midcourt circle by Elliott. Loops it on the back door to Bailey. Jay didn't see it coming. Ball out of bounds over the end line, and Richard Johnson looks a little bewildered over by the Wofford bench. That apparently was a set play to get Bailey open on the back door, and he wasn't aware it was coming. Elliott goes foul line now to Ryan Robinson. Robinson on the right wing to Elliott. Wants to work around Chadwick with a left-handed dribble, and will get a foul away from the ball. McCarthy Crenshaw picking up his first. That's 5 on the Terriers as a team, and we've got Mercer 14-11. More Terrier basketball in 30 seconds here on AM 950 WS. Terriers next home game comes your way January the 9th. Wofford will play host to UT Chattanooga at 7 o'clock here at the Benjamin Johnson Arena. Wofford up 3, Mercer with the ball. Robinson high post inside to Skirka, backs in on Bailey, turns and scores off the glass. That's Kevin Skirka's first 2 points of the night. The freshman at 6'9" has 4 inches on Bailey. He used him that time. Wofford trailing, or I should say leading by a point. Now Seth Chadwick wants to go right baseline with his drive, and he is fouled on his way to the basket. Foul on number 45. They gets Skirka at the other end for his first foul. 3 on the Bears now in the half. Bailey looking to trigger it in over the end line, having trouble, gets it into Gilliard. Left wing now to Chadwick. Up top, Hawkins lets fly with a 3 too much. Boy, he struggled from out there. Gilliard can't hang on to the rebound, and it comes away to the Bears. And Ryan Robinson. Mercer looking for their first lead of the night. Farley loops it in low to Skirka, kicks it out to Elliott. Thought about a 3, drives left. Crossover move into the paint. Shot no good. Rebound tipped up and missed. Rebound Robinson, scores off the glass. 3 cracks at it for Mercer. And Ryan Robinson on the putback gives the Bears their first lead of the night at 15-14. The Bears are on a 15-4 run. Under 9 minutes to play first half. Here's Jay Bailey out on the right wing, looking around for a cutter. Up top now to Gilliard. Gilliard, left wing Chadwick. Met out there by Victor Bristol, a guard who is checked in. Chadwick works baseline against Bristol. Shot no good, a little too much. Farley comes down with the rebound, and here comes Mercer, leading by a point. Terriers suddenly having trouble hitting on their shots. Elliott, high post now to Skirka. Backdoor looping feed goes to Robinson. Fights it up and in through a double team. And Mercer's lead is now 17-14. Richard Johnson talking with John Hawkins as Hawk brings the ball up the floor. Hawkins almost carries the ball. Crenshaw, high post, left side to Hawkins. Bounce pass in low to Gilliard. A step out and a steal by Robinson. He loops it ahead of the field to Bristol. Bristol to Farley. He'll jam. And the Terriers will take a 20-second timeout as Mercer now owns a 19-14 lead. Elliott shoveling to the trailer, and that's an easy dunk down the floor. Malone back into the ball game, along with Natter Miller for Wofford, Chadwick, Gilliard, and Hawkins also out there. Meanwhile, Shane Franks, a guard, has come on in place of Reggie Elliott at the point spot. Franks, 6'1". He is a freshman. Seth Chadwick out on the right wing for Wofford, and on the blocks to Gilliard. He'll turn and miss from in close. Terriers have gone cold, but the rebound tipped by Malone back out to Natter Miller. Terriers hang on to the ball. Here's Chadwick out front. Left wing to Miller. He's going to jack up a 3. It's short. Rebound fought for, and it comes down to Franks. Off the hands of Joey Malone down to Shane Franks, and here comes Mercer leading 19-14. Franks against the matchup zone. Left wing to Bristol. In on the back door to Skirka. Wild shot. No good off the glass. Terrence Gilliard clears for Wofford. And here come the Terriers. Crowd making some noise, urging on Wofford. On the right side, it's Chadwick. Chadwick watched out there by Bristol. His pass inside, stolen by Green. Going to go out of bounds, and we get a foul call. And that'll go against Seth Chadwick as he tried to get the ball back from LaDon Green. That's 1 against Chadwick, 6 on the team. And with 1 more foul, the Bears will be in the bonus. Substitution, 6'8" junior Lance Carter, a JUCO transfer from Topeka, Kansas, will check in. Skirka, the freshman, will check out for Mercer. And Franks will run the offense. Franks averaging 5 points a game from Monticello, Indiana. Goes on the right wing to Green in the corner now to Bristol. Back up to Green to Franks as they swing it around that matchup zone. Franks once to the floor, left side to Bristol. Loops it in on the low block to Robinson. Robinson looks to back in on Gilliard, and we've got a 3-second violation. Robinson camped out in the lane too long. Wofford will get the ball back. 19-14, Bears leading the Terriers. 6:44 to play first half. Hawkins into the forecourt, wheels left. Gives it away to Miller on the wing, up top to Chadwick. Chadwick, right side, Hawkins now to Miller in the corner. He's double teamed there. High post to Malone. Malone back to Miller. Thought about a 3, but Natter's been cold tonight. Puts it to the floor with the left hand. Finds Gilliard with the diagonal feed low. Nice interior pass to Miller, and he scores on the give and go. That's how it's done. Wofford trails by 3. Franks for the Bears goes on the right wing to Victor Bristol. Back up to Franks. Franks left side now to LaDon Green. Wants to shake around Chadwick. Nowhere to go. Now Franks penetrates to the foul line. Hawkins reaches in and steals the ball. Ahead to Natter Miller. Miller along the left baseline. Decides he'll pull it out. Gets it back up to Hawkins. Terriers will start over. Trailing by 3. Hawkins left wing Chadwick. He'll put up a baseline jumper off the dribble. Misses from 16 feet. Gilliard hustles down the long rebound. Terriers get it back. Hawkins Right side to Chadwick. Chadwick holding out there against Bristol. Pretty good matchup. Left wing to Miller. Baseline Gilliard. Jumper over Green. No good from 10 feet away. Rebound tip comes down to Robinson. Mercer gets it back, leading by 3 points. 5:30 to play in the first half. Franks on the right wing now to Green. Back up to Franks. Long three-pointer. No good from about 23 feet. Joey Malone skies for the rebound. And Wofford has it back. Franks, without running a set play that time, just decided, hey, I'm open. I'm going to try the three-pointer. He's only shooting 44% from out there. Now Seth Chadwick hits his third tray of the night. Chadwick hopping one from 20 feet away, and the Terriers have tied it at 19. And Mercer will now take a timeout. Bill Hodges wants to stop the clock. 5:01 to play in the first half. Terriers on a 5-0 run. If stuff out of the offense, but when you're taking on bigger and sometimes quicker, more talented teams, you've got to run the set plays. And Gilliard and Miller ran a gorgeous give and go a little while ago. Mercer with the ball. Elliott goes on the left side to Farley. Farley at 6'10", once to the floor against Miller. Left wing now to Elliott. He's going to put up a three. No good. Too much. He continues to struggle from the outside. McCarthy Crenshaw with a nice seal off with his body. He's got the rebound. Tie game. Wofford with the ball. Miller on the right wing. Natter gets it on the baseline to Jay Bailey. He returns it inside to Crenshaw. Double teamed, and he scores. Ball is in. The ball was knocked out of the cylinder by one of the Bears, but the basket is good for McCarthy Crenshaw. He has his first 2 points of the night. And Wofford has claimed a 21-19 lead, and that gets the crowd going a bit. For the Bears, Reggie Elliott crosses the midcourt line with a right-handed dribble, goes on the right wing to Franks. Franks up top now to Farley. He'll find Elliott. Jumper from 15 is short. He continues to struggle from the field. Again, he came in at 44%. Wofford up 2. Here's Arp. Left wing now to Natter. Miller watched by Franks out of the man-to-man. Natter with a 4-inch height advantage. Left wing now to Hawkins. Hawkins looking for a cutter. Throws over the top of everybody to Miller. Puts it to the floor once. 17-footer misses from the right wing. Rebound out of bounds to Wofford. Last touch by Ryan Robinson as he and Crenshaw tried to haul down the rebound. Chris Arp will check out for the Terriers. Crenshaw, Bailey, Hawkins, Gilliard, and Miller remain out on the floor. Wofford owns a 21-19 lead. Miller up top to Hawkins. He's going to put up a three. Missed it again. Boys, he's struggling. Rebound's going to go out of bounds off Crenshaw's hands over to the Bears. John Hawkins came into the game shooting just 17% from the three-point arc, and that trouble continues. In fact, Hawk came in hitting just one of his last 8 field goals, and he has not scored yet tonight. Farley on the left wing gets it up top now to Etchison. Right side to Elliott. Elliott loops it in the paint to Skirka. He returns up top for Etchison to Elliott. Thought about a three-pointer. Instead goes left wing to Farley. He'll put up a three. It's short. And the rebound comes away to John Hawkins. Terriers doing a nice job on the defensive glass tonight against a taller Mercer team. Hawkins with the Terriers up by a deuce. Looking for a cutter on the right side. Goes on the wing to Gilliard, up to Chadwick. Thought about a three, but Elliott out on him. Right wing now. Hawkins loops it inside for Crenshaw. Ball out of bounds. Last touched by one of the Bears. I believe Skirka got a hand on it. John Dillon will check in. John Hawkins will take a breather for Wofford. 2:59 to go in the half. Terriers with a 2-point lead. 21-19. Bailey inbounds on the block to Gilliard. He goes up for the shot, and it's blocked by Green. Elliott on the run the other way for Mercer. Crossover move into the paint, and he draws the foul. Tried to make his move past John Dillon, and John will be called for his first personal. 7 on the team, so for the remainder of the half, the Bears will be in the bonus. Reggie Elliott, who has struggled from the field tonight, still has managed to score 5 points, and now he'll shoot 1 and 1. Elliott, a 74% free throw shooter, a JUCO transfer from Tampa, Florida. First shot is good, and the Terriers lead is a single point at 21-20. Elliott led all scorers the other night in Macon when Mercer beat Wofford at 20 points. Second shot rims out. No good. Terrence Gilliard clears, and here comes Wofford up 21-20. John Dillon works it across the midcourt stripe against Elliott. Goes high post to Bailey. Bailey looking for a cutter. Works the floor with the right hand against Farley. Farley in his shirt now. Left wing to Crenshaw. Crenshaw left side Chadwick. Up top to Dillon. Now left wing to Bailey. Bailey penetrates to the paint. Hangs in the air. Shot from 6 feet. No good. Rebound loose. Comes down to Bailey. Bailey on the right baseline. Gets it into Crenshaw. Pumps it up. Misses after a head fake. And we're going to have a nothing lead. And Mercer went on a 15-4 run, but the Terriers have managed to stop the bleeding and keep this one close. The other night in Macon, Wofford went to the locker room down just 2 points. Here's McCarthy Crenshaw. He's going to shoot. So they say he was in the act of shooting, and his first of 2 free throws is good. Mack now has 3 points. He's 4 for 7 from the line this year. Sophomore at 6'8". Second shot on the way. Gets the roll off the front iron. Down it goes. 4 points for Crenshaw. He should get a nice hand as he comes off. He has played hard down the stretch. Gets a nice hand from Richard Johnson as he comes off. Wofford up 3, and here's a full court press. Elliott breaks with a long diagonal feed to Robinson. Goes up for the stuff, or excuse me, Skirka coming. This is the guy to foul. Skirka shooting just 36%. First shot on the way is good, and he'll get another. That cuts Wofford's lead to 23-21. Skirka will get another. Natter Miller has checked in for the Terriers. You hear him behind me. Second shot rims out, no good. Rebound tipped, and Hawkins hustles it down in the far corner. Nice hustle by Hawkins. Wofford with a 2-point lead in the ball with 2:03 to go in the half. Natter Miller high up on the right side. Natter has 2 points on the night. He struggled from the field. Puts it to the floor with the left hand as he circles up top. Chadwick left wing now to Bailey. Bailey watched out there by Farley. Jay looks to penetrate. Instead he's going to back up. 14 on the shot clock. Here's Malone left wing to Chadwick out front. Watched by Etchison. Right wing to Miller. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer put up and missed off the back iron. Farley with the rebound, and Elliott with the outlet pass wants to run. What else is new? However, Elliott's feed is stolen away by a hustling Jay Bailey. Bailey getting back on defense, cutting off that pass right in front of Scott Farley. Terriers lead by 2. They've got the ball back with 1:22 to play in the half. Hawkins into the forecourt against Elliott. Works along the far side. Wants to feed in low for Bailey. Jay didn't see the pass coming. It's out of bounds over the end line. Terriers turn it over. Second time tonight. Jay Bailey has not seen a feed coming. Either he's been screened out or hasn't been looking for that play. Etchison along the right side for Mercer. Dribbles up top. Feeds Elliott. Three-pointer put up and scored that time. Reggie Elliott now has 9 points, and Mercer has a 1-point lead at 24-23. We're under a minute and a half. Hawkins into the forecourt. Left side to Miller. Left wing now to Chadwick. Chadwick up top to Bailey. Bailey, right side Miller at the three-point circle to Hawkins. Hawkins, right wing to Chadwick. Etchison's been playing him tough. Chadwick looking to jab step. Now works right around Etchison. Pulls up at the baseline, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. That's Etchison's first. 5th on the Bears. And with 36 seconds to play in the half, here's Seth Chadwick with 9 first-half points on his way to the line. Chadwick just 1 for 2 from the stripe this year. He has not been to the line all that much. Averaging 12.2 a game from Fourth Union Academy in Virginia by way of Atlanta. First shot is good. Wofford has tied it at 24. Up with the right hand, and the redhead's second shot is also good. Chadwick with 11. Wofford's lead is a single point. 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. 31 seconds to play in the half, and now Bill Hodges wants the Bears to hold for 1 shot. Etchison, lazy dribble along the right side, watched by Miller out of the man-to-man. 19 on the shot clock now. Etchison, high post left side to Farley, on the wing now to Elliott. 13 on the shot clock. Elliott looks to penetrate. Jay Bailey won't let him go anywhere. 8 on the shot clock. Elliott loses the ball off his foot. Loose on the floor. 5 on the shot clock. Seth Chadwick tries to pick up the loose ball, and he's called for a tough loose. Chadwick and Miller, very short lineup, but with 4 seconds left, Richard Johnson thinking defensive basketball. Reggie Elliott's first free throw is good. That'll tie the game at 25. He will get the bonus on the 1-and-1. Terrence Gilliard will check in for Nader Miller now. 4 seconds to play. We'll see if the Terriers get another crack at the basket. Tie game here. Elliott's second shot is also good. Mercer up a point now, and the Terriers have 4 seconds to do something. Malone inbounds to Chadwick. He hustles it up the floor. He'll put up a 40-footer at the buzzer. No good. And the half comes to a close here at the Benjamin Johnson Arena. Not let Reggie Elliott mess with him as he handles the ball. Here we go. Wofford down a point, going right to left as we begin the second half. Jay Bailey up top to Terrence Gilliard. Mercer again playing a man-to-man defense. Chadwick works left down the side of the lane. Shot off the glass, no good. However, Gilliard follows with the putback. Terrence Gilliard with the rebound and the bucket. He has 7 rebounds on the night now, and the Terriers lead is a single point. Elliott out front for the Bears as the Terriers open in a man-to-man set. Hawkins out on him. Left wing to Farley. Return to Elliott. Didn't see it coming, but he recovers and backs off with the dribble. 15 on the shot clock. Elliott runs the lane, hangs in the air, and he will get called for the charge as he runs into Chris Arp. Reggie Elliott out of control again down the lane. That's a continuation of the first half. And now Bill Hodges, the Mercer coach, up off the bench, claiming that perhaps the call was against Chris Arp, but nope, they're going to call it against Reggie Elliott. That is Elliott's second. First on the team this half, and the crowd realizing that that's a big call. Up and cheering. Terriers leading 27-26. Here's John Hawkins into the forecourt. Left side to Arp. He gives it away to Chadwick. Chadwick gets it up top now to Jay Bailey. Bailey, left wing. Hawkins bounce feed in on the blocks to Arp. Turns and misses from the right baseline. Call on the rebound will go against Wofford. Loose ball foul against one of the Terriers. Chris Arp has just committed his third. First on the team, so you've got Arp with 3, Gilliard with 2, Crenshaw with 1 in terms of Wofford's post players. Malone has not yet committed a foul. Elliott feeds high post to Robinson. Interior entry pass goes to Green. He'll muscle it up and miss, but we get a whistle and a foul against one of the Terriers. And LaDon Green, who scored just 4 points in the first half, 16 below his average, will now get to shoot 2. Call goes against Jay Bailey. That's his first, team second. And now Green, a 64% shooter from the stripe, will get 2. 6'8" out of Columbus, Georgia. First shot is good. The senior will get another. Keep in mind the other night at Mercer, Green scored the majority of his points in the second half. He now has 6 as the second shot is also good. And now Mercer has a 28-7 lead. 28-27 lead, a 1-point lead. John Hawkins into the forecourt, switching hands with the dribble, and he travels. Got off balance and turned it over. Reggie Elliott with a big smile on his face. He knows that he's got John Hawkins off balance. 1-point Mercer lead. Here's Elliott up top. He feeds Green. Wraparound pass inside. Stolen by Gilliard. The pass was intended for Ryan Robinson. Hawkins left side for Gilliard. On the wing now to Chadwick. Chadwick holding out there, looking for a cutter. He'll put it to the floor and give away to Hawkins out front. Left side Jay Bailey. On the wing now to Gilliard. Gilliard given room by Green. Whistle, foul away from the ball, and they get one of the Terriers for pushing off. Tell you what, the officials this year really keeping an eye on the play away from the ball. John Hawkins called for his second. That's the third on the Terriers as a team. 18-23 to lead. 18 minutes and 23 seconds to play. Mercer leading by a point. Elliott gets it up top to Green. Green on the right wing. Etchison going to jump up a 3. It's short. Rebound taken down by Farley. He'll put it back and score. Big guy, 6'10" Scott Farley with the bucket, and Mercer up 3, 30-27. Jay Bailey along the far side, handles against Farley. Bailey working left, gets Farley off him, gives it away to Gilliard. Gilliard left wing to Chadwick. Whistle and a foul away from the ball, and Chris Arp has just picked up his 4th foul. He and Etchison were battling down low, and they say Arp used his hands to help with a pick. Arp has committed his 4th. Joey Malone will check into the ball game. Malone in the first half. Played 11 minutes and did not score. Elliott now going to jack up a three off the dribble. Misses. Terrence Gilliard with the rebound, and here comes Wofford. Hawkins into the forecourt. High post to Gilliard. Right wing now to Bailey. Bailey watched by Farley out there. Man-to-man still for Mercer. Hawkins out high. Hawkins right wing Chadwick. Thought about a three. Instead drives right baseline. Pulls up for a 10-footer and cans it. 13 now for Seth Chadwick, and the Terriers are down one. 30-29. 17:22 to play in the ball game. Etchison angling left with his dribble. Goes up high to Robinson. Robinson to Elliott. Head fake on Chadwick. Drives the paint. Dishes the green. Turns and misses from in close. Farley with the rebound, and again he'll stick it back in. Scott Farley using that height to his advantage. Richard Johnson with an exasperated look on his face. What are you going to do against a guy that big? Terriers down three. Here's Chadwick high up on the left side. Up top to Malone. Right wing Hawkins. Entry pass for Gilliard. Stolen away. A step out and a steal by Green. Elliott now into the forecourt. Behind his back with the dribble. Wants to loft it to the basket. And we're going to get a call against Elliott for a charge as the ball goes out of bounds anyway off Elliott. But the key is the foul call against Elliott is now his third. Elliott totally out of control down the lane. And Bill Hodges has to sit him down. Shane Franks will check in for Mercer. This may be a chance for Hawkins to regain himself, regain his composure. Elliott just an ugly move down the lane, and now one of the officials will ask for time. He's going to get a towel and mop up some sweat. 16:40 to play. Mercer leading 32-29. Bears had a 1-point lead at the half. Hawkins will be the one to bring it up the court. He'll get some token pressure in the backcourt from Shane Franks, who does not have the quickness of a Reggie Elliott. Hawkins up top, goes on the right wing now to Malone. Back to Hawkins on the left side. John gets it away to Chadwick. Chadwick, right wing now to Miller. Out front to Gilliard. Thought about a 15-footer. Instead off the dribble, a lean and put up an 8-footer and score. Gilliard in double figures for a 6th straight game. He's got 10 points. And the Terriers are trailing 32-31. Etchison, right wing to Franks. Wofford in the matchup zone. 1-3-1 set. Etchison, left wing to Green. Watch there by Miller. Works baseline. Pops the jumper. Misses from 10. Natter turns and boxes out and comes away with the rebound on the strong side. Wofford down a point with the ball. Here's Malone. Left wing to Chadwick. Chadwick goes on the baseline to Miller. He'll jump it up from 10. No good. Rebound loose, and Hawkins hustles to get after it. John Hawkins comes up with the free ball, and he'll take a handoff from Miller and start the offense. Miller, baseline feed to Gilliard on the left side. Hawkins right wing to Miller. Wide open for the jumper. Instead puts it to the floor. Now feeds Gilliard. Baseline jumper. Misses from 8. Weak side rebound to Etchison. And here comes Mercer leading 32-31. Etchison, right wing now to Franks. He feeds in on the blocks to Robinson. Muscles up a shot and misses over Hawkins. And Terrence Gilliard comes flying in and gets the rebound away from Farley. Wofford trailing with the ball. 32-31, Mercer leading. Miller high up on the right side, looking around for a cutter. Goes to Gilliard 17 feet away. Green gives him room to shoot. Now Chadwick open for a 3. He misses. Rebound tipped up and missed by Miller. Another follow will not go, and the rebound comes away to Robinson. Quick outlet to Franks. He wants to run. Now he'll pull it out. His pass underneath. Stolen away. Gilliard got a piece of it. Terrence leaving his feet to come up with a high pass. He tips it to Miller, and he'll give it away to Hawkins. Terriers take the ball away on a turnover. Hawkins out front. Bounce pass left to Gilliard. Works baseline. Jumper over Green. No good, but he drew the foul. Got past Green with the feet. Green tried to catch up with his hands and commits his first foul. The Bears' third. 1-point lead for Mercer. And now Terrence Gilliard, who has not shot a free throw yet tonight, will go to the line and shoot 2. John Dillon is checked into the Wofford lineup. Interesting substitution with Elliott out of the game. Dillon is in, and Hawkins will take a seat. Gilliard's first of 2 rattles and goes. We're tied. 11 points now for Terrence, a 75% shooter from the stripe. He's 5 points shy of matching his season average. Second shot for the junior is short. However, the rebound tipped up and missed by Malone, and it comes away to Farley for Mercer. Tie game with 14.5 minutes to play. Franks Goes on the right wing to Etchison. Etchison, backdoor feed in low for Farley on the block, and he'll be fouled by Natter Miller, who has already committed 5 fouls, and we're not even 6 minutes into the second half, and we've got a media timeout on the floor for Spartanburg, AM 950 WSPA.
Today's drivers want it all.
Made the most noise and did the craziest thing. Got a free pizza, and a young lady has come up with the prize, and a bunch of scavenger-type gentlemen will quickly take the pizza out of her hands. By the way, they're not wearing any shirts. It's not pretty. And a 5-second violation has now been called against the Bears. Tony Etchison did not inbound the ball quick enough over the end line. And the Terriers will take over. Wofford with a chance to reclaim the lead. John Dillon waving Jay Bailey up the floor. He'll bring it up. Left wing to Natter Miller. He's watched out there by Robinson. Miller left corner now to Bailey. Mercer continues to work the man-to-man set. Dillon, left wing Chadwick. Chadwick thought about a jab step around Etchison. Instead loops it into Malone, who almost loses the ball but hangs on. Dillon, left wing now to Miller. Miller out front to Bailey. Foul away from the ball, and they get Kevin Skirka for bodying Joey Malone. That's the freshman's second. 2 on Skirka, 4 on Mercer this half. And the Terriers will get a new shot clock with Malone, Chadwick, Bailey, Dillon, and Miller out on the floor. Miller inbounds to Chadwick, runs left baseline, double team, kicks it back out to Miller. Thought about a 3, but gives it up to Dillon. And Dillon will start things over out front against Elliott. Right wing now to Malone. Malone's pass inside, knocked away by Robinson, but Miller hustles it down at the far side. Chadwick, left wing to Bailey. Bailey against Farley between the legs with the dribble. Now feeds foul line to Malone to Chadwick. 14 on the shot clock. Chadwick angles right with his dribble, gives it up to Malone inside. Head fake, shot is blocked by Skirka. Ripped down by Farley. Ahead now to Elliott. Elliott finds Robinson on the outlet, and he'll lay it in ahead of the field. Transition bucket for the Bears. They have not had many of those tonight, but they use those 2 points to go ahead 34-32. 13 minutes, 13 seconds to play in the ball game. Dillon forecourt left side now for Miller. Natter gives it up to Chadwick out front. Right wing to Bailey. Bailey runs right baseline, pulls up. Shot over Farley is good. Tough shot for Jay Bailey, who cans an 11-footer. And the Terriers have tied it at 34. That's 4 points for Bailey, 3 under his average. Etchison circling out high with the dribble, goes to Robinson. Ball knocked out of his hands by Dillon. It comes to Bailey, but we've got a foul call. They say Dillon. Natter Miller also checks out. So it's Malone, Gilliard, Bailey, Chadwick, and Hawkins on for Wofford. Ball inbounded over the baseline to Farley, to Elliott. Up top now on the high post to Robinson. Given room to shoot by Bailey. Instead gives it up to Etchison, who has shot the ball once all night. Feeds foul line now to Skirka. Muscles it inside with a pass, and Terrence Gilliard steps in front of Farley and comes away with the steal. Gilliard is playing a brilliant all-around game tonight. Tie ball game on the right wing for the Terriers now. Jay Bailey with the ball out high to Chadwick. Head fake at the three-point line. Drives into the paint. Whistle. The ball rolls out of bounds to who? And Wofford will maintain possession. It hit one of the Bears' legs before rolling out of bounds. McCarthy Crenshaw will check in for Wofford with 4 first-half points. Joey Malone takes a seat. Hawkins at the three-point circle, right wing to Bailey, feeds inside for Crenshaw, but he overshot him. It's off McCarthy's hands and out of bounds over the baseline. And Mercer will get it back. Points have not come freely tonight. We have played close to 8 minutes in the second half. The Terriers have scored 9. The Bears have scored 8. We're tied at 34. 12 minutes to go. Here's Etchison out on the right wing. High post to Farley. Left side now to Robinson at the three-point circle. Terriers will give him room to shoot, but he won't do it. Farley to Elliott. He'll shoot from anywhere. Drives left. Chadwick tried to steal the ball from behind and hacked him on the arm. Chadwick got beat and decided to wheel and get him with the hands. Seth called for his third. That's number 7, and now the Bears will be at the line for the rest of this basketball game. Beginning right here with Reggie Elliott, who will shoot 1 and 1. Elliott has not scored in the second half. 3 for 4 from the line tonight. First shot on the way, no good back iron. Long rebound to Chadwick, and the Terriers have it. Tie ball game, and Hawkins will calmly walk it into the forecourt. Elliott will greet him at the midcourt circle. Bounce pass on the right wing now to Bailey. Bailey backs away with a right-handed dribble, gives it up to Chadwick. Watched out there by Etchison. High up to Gilliard. Crenshaw, left wing to Bailey. Jump shot from 16 is good. Jay heating up when he needs to. Jay had a season-high 7 points at Mercer Saturday. Now he has 6 points against the Bears here tonight. 36-34, Wofford with the lead. Etchison left wing up top to Farley on the high post. Right side to Skirka against Crenshaw as the Terriers continue to play. And now they've gone to the matchup zone, so scrap that. Farley, diagonal feed in on the low post. Shot put up and scored by Robinson, and he's fouled. Ryan Robinson checked as he went up for the shot by McCarthy Crenshaw. That's Mac's second, the team's 7th. And Ryan Robinson, who has not been to the line yet tonight, has 8 points. Will now try and complete the 3-point play. Seth Chadwick checks out. Tie game. Robinson trying to put the Bears up on top. 60% shooter from the line from Remington, Indiana. Shot good off the glass. Thought you have to call that. 37-36. Mercer leading by a point. Mercer now with a full court trap, broken easily by Hawkins with a close cross-court feed on the right side for Bailey. Bailey goes to Crenshaw. Right wing now. Ball deflected out of Mac's hands and stolen away by Etchison. Etchison into the full court. Right wing to Green. He's going to pop a 17-footer. Rattles out. Rebound ripped down by Terrence Gilliard. What an athlete he is. You give that guy 4 more inches of height. He's an NBA potential player, but at 6'4", he's one of the most athletic small forwards you'll find at any level. Bensel gets it up to Gilliard. Ball knocked out of his hands by Elliott, but it's recovered by Hawkins at the near side. Bounce pass left baseline to Gilliard to Hawkins. Wofford down 1. Hawkins with 12 on the shot clock. Wants to backdoor it for Bensel. Ball deflected and stolen, and Richard Johnson couldn't believe that pass. Elliott on the right wing now, looking to penetrate against Hawkins. Goes on the left side to Robinson. Robinson up top now to Green. Runs left. Contact. Will get a foul call. And John 37-36. And now LaDon Green, who is 2 for 2 from the line, about to shoot 1 and 1 here. Shot on the way. No good. But Robinson has the rebound, but it'll be called for a foul. He went over the back of McCarthy Crenshaw. Robinson did not have position. He's called for his second. 5 on Mercer in the half, so Wofford still 2 fouls away from being in the bonus. 37-36 your score. Mercer up 1. Chadwick left wing to Bailey with a bounce pass up top to Jeff Bensel. Bensel left wing now to Chadwick. Back up to Bensel. Freshman gives it away on the right side to Bailey. Terriers work the perimeter. Now Gilliard with an entry to Crenshaw. Shot no good over Green. And Green has the rebound away to Elliott. Elliott races forecourt 4 on 2. Elliott drives, dishes it away. Shot blocked by Crenshaw, but will have a foul call. Kevin Skirka went up for the shot. He took the hook pass in low from Reggie Elliott. Missed their last 2 free throws as a team. Now here's Skirka. Shooting 2. Mercer now in the double bonus the rest of the night. And the first shot is good. Bears lead 38-36. Now down the stretch Saturday night in Macon, the Bears could not miss from the line. We'll see how they do under pressure tonight on the road. Second shot on the way. This one is also good, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 9 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the ball game. Bears up 3. Mercer 39. Terriers 36. More Wofford basketball in 30 seconds. Bill Hodges Bears. Following the media timeout, John Hawkins brings it into the forecourt. Mercer looks to double team him up high at the midcourt circle. Gets it away to Chadwick at the far side. Etchison on him. Chadwick working right with the dribble. Double team. Gets it away to Miller. 18 on the shot clock. Here's Hawkins high up on the right side. Hawkins up top to Gilliard. Left side Chadwick. Thought about a 3. Instead he'll pull up off the dribble for a 15-footer, and he drains it from the foul line. 15 points for Seth Chadwick. His best offensive night since the opener at Missouri last month. He had 22 points that night. Wofford down a single point. Here's Elliott pulling up off the dribble. 15-footer is perfect. Reggie Elliott now has 13 points. Tell you what, when he shoots on the move, he's more effective than when he shoots standing still. 3-point Mercer lead at 41-38 for the Terriers. It's Hawkins out front against what is now a 3-2 zone. Feeds away to Chadwick. Three-pointer put up and missed over Etchison. Rebound Green, near side to Elliott, who traveled. Reggie Elliott tried to pivot and send the ball forecourt, and he's picked up his back foot. Terriers will inbound right in front of our broadcast spot. 8.5 minutes to play. John Hawkins out front against what appears to be a 2-3 floating zone for Mercer. Hawkins at the three-point circle has been cold all night. He'll go left wing to Miller, who has also struggled from outside. Almost traveled, gives it back to Hawkins to Miller left wing. Miller in the corner to Chadwick. Three-pointer from the left side, no good. Rebound Farley. Quick outlet to Elliott. Elliott down the floor, and we've got a foul call on his way to the basket. Trying to add to a three-point Mercer lead. First shot is good. 42-38. Bears with their biggest lead of their second biggest lead of the second half. They, at one point, were up 5 points. John Hawkins with 4 fouls will have to check out for Wofford. And that leads Chadwick to run the point out there along with Malone, Gilliard, Bailey, and Miller. Reggie Elliott, a 6'5" senior. Second shot in the air. This one no good. Back iron. Rebound loose on the floor. Joey Malone comes up with it for Wofford, and here come the Terriers. Trailing by 4 points. Chadwick right wing to Miller. Now on the left side it comes to Bailey. Cross court to Chadwick. Again Mercer playing that 2-3 zone. Right wing to Miller. Up top Chadwick. Chadwick wants to penetrate around Etchison. Almost travels. Now he gives it up to Miller to Chadwick out front. Chadwick works with the right hand. Kicks it away to Miller. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Too much. Elliott skies for the rebound. And here comes Mercer leading 42-38. Natter Miller continues to have trouble. He has not yet hit a three tonight. Terriers playing their matchup zone. Elliott knifes to the baseline, goes up for the shot, and he's called for the charge. He ran into Joey Malone. Joey continues to take charges when he needs to, and Reggie Elliott has committed his 4th foul. He'll have to sit down. Victor Bristol, a sophomore from Jacksonville, Florida, will have to play the point with Etchison now. Terriers down 4. Joey Malone taking his second charge of this ball game as again Elliott out of control down the lane. He is a liability at times, and at other times he's a nightmare. Jeff Menzel is checked in for Wofford. As here's Chadwick up the floor. He'll be watched in the backcourt by Etchison. Gives it away to Bensel. Bensel up top to Bailey. Bailey left wing to Gilliard. Now he feeds Chadwick. Chadwick will circle up top with his dribble. Goes to Bensel, who loses the ball off his foot, but recovers. 17 on the shot clock. Bensel, right wing now to Bailey. Bailey watched out there by Farley. Pulls up for the jumper. Farley blocked the shot, but Bailey gets it back. 8 on the shot clock. Here's Chadwick. 6 on the shot clock. Chadwick, jab step, shot. Good. Three-pointer. Set. Chadwick buries a three-pointer over Etchison's outstretched arms. It's a 1-point Mercer lead at 42-41. You could see it in Chadwick's eyes. He was going to go for that one come what may. 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Etchison goes on the high post now to LaDon Green. Green left wing to Etchison. Etchison up top to Bristol. Now on the right side to Green. Drives baseline. Shot put up and scored as he gets the nice roll. That's an 8-footer for LaDon Green, who now has 8 points. And Wofford is down 3, 44-41. Chadwick working to the right baseline, cut off there by Bristol out of the zone. Now on the right side, it's Bailey in the paint to Gilliard. Turns and misses from in close, and the rebound comes down to LaDon Green. Gilliard tried a muscle shot, couldn't get it to go, and the Bears are going to take it around. This has been a familiar scenario. Under 6 minutes to play, and following the 22nd timeout, here come the Bears. Etchison angling right with his dribble, gets it up top now for Robinson. Robinson to Bristol, right wing to Etchison. Etchison heads left with the dribble, high post to Robinson, gives it away to Green. 14 on the shot clock. Green knifes to the basket, runs into Chadwick, contact, and a foul against Seth. We're going to get him for the block. LaDon Green does not hesitate when it comes to driving to the hole. Chadwick is now committed 4. Terriers running out of bodies. Natter Miller will check in. Chadwick will check out. Hawkins in. Bensel out. Arp will check in. Wholesale substitutions. Joey Malone out. Richard Johnson has decided it's time to pull out the stops. Arp with 4 fouls in there, along with Hawkins. Meanwhile, LaDon Green will go to the line with 8 points tonight. He is 2 out of 3 from the line. Shooting 2. First one, no good, back iron. Mercer's lead is still 3 points. Shot on the way for Green. This one will get the nice roll off the front iron. Down it goes. And it's a 45-41. Bear lead with 5:40 to go. Hawkins met in the backcourt by Bristol. Will bring it across the timeline with a left-handed dribble drive. Goes on the right side to Bailey, 30 feet from the basket. Bailey to Gilliard. Gilliard out high, watched there by Green, left wing to Hawkins. Hawkins cross-court Bailey, open at the three-point circle, instead gives it up to Miller, to Hawkins, left wing jumper for 3, no good. Foul on the rebound. Who'd they get? They got Farley. Gilliard will step to the line for Wofford.
At the line, Gilliard for Wofford.
Terrence has 11 points on the night, 1 for 2 from the stripe. First of 2, no good. He'll get another. This was a problem for the Terriers the other night here at home against ECU. Free throws that did not drop late. Second shot is good. It's a 3-point game. Mercer leading 45-42. Full court pressure. Etchison looks to break at the far side. Double team gets it away to Bristol. Bristol's pass knocked away by Hawkins. That'll come out of bounds here at the near side. 27 on the shot clock. Ball inbounded to Etchison, and he'll break the timeline with a right-handed dribble. Etchison watched out of the matchup by Miller. Terriers now playing a trap. Cross-court feed goes to Farley. Ball in on the blocks to Robinson, to Farley off the scramble, and he jams it in. Terriers triple team got the ball away from Robinson, but it wound up right in the hands of Farley. Unguarded, he jams it. Wofford trailing by 7, and now Natter Miller, having nobody to throw the ball to, alertly asks for a 22nd time in the right place at the right time. Wofford will inbound at the far side. John Hawkins has it. Reggie Elliott playing with 4 fouls in his shirt. Hawkins also with 4 fouls. High up on the right side to Arp, who has 4 fouls. Back to Hawkins. Hawkins, right side to Chadwick at the three-point circle. Chadwick on the wing to Bailey. 13 on the shot clock. Bailey looking for a cutter. Backs away with the dribble. 8 on the shot clock. Bailey left side to Gilliard. He'll run baseline into a double team. Shot is blocked by Green, and Green picks it out of midair. Green on the run in the other direction. Drives all the way to the basket. Finger roll is good. We've got a whistle, and let's see if they count the basket. We've got a foul call as Green ran into Arp. The basket will count. It's 49-42 in favor of Mercer. And now at the other end, Chris Arp will shoot 1-1 as Green is called for the charge. That's 2 on Green, 8 on the team. And now here's Chris Arp. Chris Farley. Chris Arp going to the line to shoot 1-1. He has yet to score tonight. From the line this year, he is 2 for 4. Wofford down 7 with 4:13 to play. Shot on the way. Missed it too much. Rebound ripped down by Elliott. And here comes Mercer up 7. Richard Johnson doesn't want this thing to get away from him here. Robinson on the high post. Right side Bristol. Feed goes in low for Green, and Jay widen their lead. 7 currently their best of the ball game. And Green misses the first off the back rim. He'll get another. Mercer has not been sharp from the line in the second half. That has helped keep the Terriers in this thing. Second shot rattles and goes. And Mercer with their best lead of the night, 50-42 with under 4 minutes to go. John Hawkins against Elliott at the midcourt circle, working it in with a left-handed dribble. Angling left, now switches between the legs, and his pass for Chadwick, stolen away by Green. Green ahead of the field, and a one-handed jam for LaDon Green. And Mercer now leads by 10, 52-42. Hawkins will call timeout at the midcourt stripe. 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go in this ball game, and Mercer has scored 26. And the Terriers down by their biggest margin of the night, short on time. John Hawkins will handle out front. Mercer has gone to a 2-3 zone, which has been quite effective. The Terriers have not gotten good looks at the basket against this defense. Miller, left wing now to Chadwick. Chadwick thinking about a three-pointer against Green. Now will back away with the dribble on the baseline to Gilliard. Wraparound pass in low for Arp. Double clutches and scores. Arp with the lay-in, and it's an 8-point game, 52-44. Terriers press, but it's broken by Elliott. Four-court diagonal pass to Green, who will pull it out and gives it away to Farley on the left wing. Farley circling up top with his dribble. Right wing now to Green. He'll turn, runs into Hawkins, and Hawkins is fouled out. John Hawkins called for the block. That is number 5. And LaDon Green will go back to the line. Hawkins will foul out tonight without scoring. Green's shot is good. And he'll get another. Second half, he's 5 for 8 from the line. Second shot for Green. This one short. Rebound down to Arp. Wofford down 53-44. A 9-point margin with 2:53 to go. Bensel along the right side for the Terriers against Elliott. Gets it in low for Gilliard, but a nice job by Green to step out and deflect the pass over the baseline. Wofford will maintain possession. Bensel kind of telegraphing his pass right there. Bailey will check in. Chris Arp with 4 fouls will take a seat. Miller looking to trigger it in over the end line. Gets it into Gilliard on the right wing. Terrence hands away to Chadwick to Bensel. Launches up a 3. No good. Back iron. Rebound comes away to Robinson. Mercer with the basketball and a 9-point lead. Elliott high up on the right side. Wofford has to go back to a man-to-man set. Elliott backing away with his dribble. Now gives it high post to Robinson. He'll pop a 15-footer and miss. Rebound for Green, but he'll get called for a foul. He bodied his man. LaDon Green goes. First point of the night. Bensel, 6-foot freshman from nearby Greenville, has a chance to play in front of his folks most every home game. Shot on the way, short, and the rebound comes down to Robinson. He missed it. Terriers having a tough time at the foul line again tonight. Mercer up 9 with the ball. Here's Elliott heading right with the dribble. Bensel out on him. Up top to Farley. Left wing now to Robinson, to Green on the high post to Etchison. 3-pointer on the way. It's good. How about that? That's only his second shot of the night, and Etchison buries a 3. And Mercer's lead is a dozen points, 56-44. Bensel runs right baseline. Off-balance shot is good, and the Terriers will immediately signal for a timeout. Jeff Bensel hits a leaner from 10 feet away. 1:53 to go. Mercer up 10-point Mercer lead. Following Wofford's timeout, the Terriers will come with the full-court press. Farley in the backcourt with it. Double team gets it away to Etchison. Etchison fouled by... He will shoot 2. Etchison 2 for 3 from the line to this year. And he misses the first. He'll get another. Terriers in a 4-possession game, down 10 points. Second shot is good. And Wofford down 57-46. Scott Talley almost travels, and now he does travel. Back with the ball, picked it back up, and that's a traveling. Mercer with it. Ball inbounded to Robinson. Robinson angles right into the forecourt. Terriers go to a trap. Diagonal feed low to Farley. Back up top to Elliott. And Mercer will take some time off the clock. 1:30 to play. Etchison high up on the left side. Fouled by Natter Miller. Etchison will go to the line. That is Natter's second. Again, John Hawkins has already fouled out. Shot is short. We'll get another here for Etchison. Mercer by 11 points with 1:27 to play. Second shot is good. Etchison 1 out of 2 from the stripe. Wofford down a dozen. Dillon will hurry into the forecourt with a right-handed dribble. Cross court to Miller. Natter going to jump up a 3 off his dribble, and he hits it. And the Terriers again will signal for a timeout. Natter now has 5 points. That's his first tray of the night. And with 1:17 to go, it's a 9-pointer. Just hit his first 3-pointer of the night. So Wofford now down by 9 points. Full court press. Long outlet from Etchison to Green. Swatted away by Miller. It'll go out about underneath the Terrier basket. Wofford needing to foul or come up with a steal in a hurry. It's a 3-possession game at this point. Etchison inbounds out high to Farley, left wing to Elliott. He's in no hurry. Dillon will try and steal the ball from behind and jump some of his less utilized players to commit some fouls. Shot is good by Elliott. Mercer's been basically hitting 50% in the second half, but that's all they have needed. Second shot on the way. This one no good. Long rebound. Tip to Etchison. Mercer with the ball in a 10-point lead. Elliott, far side, goes in the left corner to Farley. Gilliard will foul him. And Farley, 6'11" tall. Shot is good. He's got a nice touch from the outside. We saw him take a three earlier. Every now and then he'll go with a three-pointer. A nice weapon for a big guy. Second shot, good again. Mercer up a dozen, 61-49, a minute 5 to play. Chadwick on the run into the forecourt, drives into the paint, will get a whistle and a foul. Go over 20 points, or at least match 20 points now for their second time this season. He has 18, shot is good, he has 19. 61-50 your score. Tally ready to re-enter the game for Wofford. Chadwick's second shot rattles and down it goes. Seth has an even 20 points. He'll take a seat. Tally in. 1 minute to play. Wofford down 10, looking for a miracle. Green in the backcourt, fouled immediately by Natter Miller. That stops the clock. In fact, not 1 second came off the clock. 3 fouls against Miller. And Richard Johnson not pleased. Green has shot all of his free throws since the break. He is 5 for 9. Now he'll get 2 here. On the way, no good. Second one coming for Green. Crowd still into it. Second shot, again no good. Rebound comes off to Bailey. He'll hurry it out to Chadwick. Chadwick into the forecourt. Watched by Etchison on the right wing. Running three-pointer is short. Rebound Farley. He's fouled by Blonde. Terriers next ball game, not for a while. They'll take a break for exams. Next game, December 19th at Auburn. Shot is good by Farley. 62-51. Mercer on their way to a 4-1 record. The Terriers about to fall to 0-6. We have the second shot waved off due to a lane violation. Shot no good. Mercer stepped in too quick. 11-point Bear lead. Here's Dillon into the forecourt for Wofford. Left wing now to Natter Miller. Long three-pointer is an air ball out of bounds over to the Bears with 41 seconds left. Richard Johnson wants his troops to press. Etchison ready to inbound, gets it into Elliott, back to Etchison, long outlet, ahead of the field to Robinson, he'll lay it in. Crowd on him for not dunking the ball. 36 seconds left. Mercer up 13. Dillon pumps up a three and hits it, and Wofford will take a timeout. John Dillon buries a three-pointer, and it's a 10-point game with 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to play. Now this one crawling to a close. Plenty of fouls, plenty of foul shots. 30 seconds left. Mercer up by 10. Terrence Gill fighting full court pressure. Etchison's inbounds pass comes to Farley. Jay Bailey fouls him. Point game. Shot on the way here is good by Farley. He'll get another. Mercer's lead is 65-54. Again, your next Terrier home game. January 9th against UT Chattanooga. A very fine team. Second shot is also good by Farley. 12-point Mercer lead as Dillon runs it up the floor in a hurry. Going to drive all the way uncontested and lays it in. And the Terriers will use another time. We've got a break in the action. More basketball in one.
Along with fresh squeezed diet lemonade. They also make their own chicken salad and pies like carrot, raisin, and lemon, all made from scratch in their store. Visit Chick-fil-A today in the Westgate Mall or their drive-thru location beside Dorman High, across from Westgate Mall on Spartanburg's west side.
As we come back, LaDon Green hits a slam dunk for Mercer to make it 68-56. Clock running with 2 seconds to go. And this ball game is over. The Mercer Bears sweep the Wofford Terriers on the season series as the Bears